Imagine a perfectly still lake, its surface smooth as glass under the golden light of dawn. For a moment it seems untouched, eternal. Then a single pebble drops. Ripples emerge, small at first, then spreading outward, weaving patterns across the water. Now, imagine that these ripples are not just waves. They're the echoes of quantum fluctuations. Not in the vastness of the cosmos, but within you, deep inside your mind, beneath layers of thought and memory. Something extraordinary is happening. Your subconscious isn't just a repository for forgotten dreams or repressed emotions. It's a dynamic space, filled with energies that pulse and interact like the ripples on that lake. Some scientists now believe that the workings of the subconscious might be deeply tied to the principles of quantum mechanics, the same laws that govern the behavior of particles smaller than atoms. Now, think back to those moments of intuition you've experienced. Maybe it was the sudden certainty about a decision you hadn't fully thought through. Or perhaps you just knew something was going to happen, even though there was no logical way to predict it. These aren't just quirks of human psychology. What if they're the result of quantum processes playing out in your brain, shaping your reality in ways you've never considered? Quantum physics, the branch of science that examines the behavior of the universe at its smallest scale, has always been a field shrouded in mystery. Terms like superposition and entanglement sound like the stuff of science fiction, yet they're very real phenomena, proven through experiments and used in groundbreaking technologies. But here's the twist. Some researchers believe these same quantum principles might also apply to human consciousness. Let's pause for a second. What does it mean for your mind to function on a quantum level? To answer that, we need to explore one of the most intriguing aspects of quantum physics, the observer effect. In simple terms, the observer effect suggests that the mere act of observing a quantum particle can change its behavior. A particle, for example, can exist in multiple states at once, what's called superposition, until someone observes it. That act of observation causes the particle to collapse into a single state. What if your thoughts and decisions work in a similar way? What if your subconscious is constantly holding multiple possibilities, multiple outcomes, in a quantum superposition? And what if your focus, your intent, is what collapses those possibilities into reality? Let's take this a step further. Did you know that nature is full of quantum phenomena? Certain birds, for instance, navigate across continents using quantum entanglement in their eyes. Plants harness quantum coherence to optimize photosynthesis. These aren't abstract theories. They're real examples of quantum mechanics in action, woven into the fabric of life itself. So, if nature can use quantum principles, why not the human brain? After all, your mind is one of the most complex systems in the universe. Some theories suggest that neurons, the cells in your brain responsible for processing information, might be operating at a quantum level. Tiny structures within neurons could create conditions where quantum superposition and tunneling occur, enabling your brain to process vast amounts of information in ways we can't yet fully comprehend. This is where the concept of the subconscious as a quantum computer comes in. Unlike classical computers, which process information in a linear, binary fashion, quantum computers can process multiple possibilities simultaneously. Could this be why your subconscious often feels faster, smarter, and more intuitive than your conscious mind? But it doesn't stop there. Scientists are now investigating how quantum coherence, when particles remain in a state of harmony despite distance, might explain the mysterious connections we sometimes feel to others. You've likely experienced this. Thinking of someone just before they call, or feeling a sudden emotional shift that mirrors a loved one's experience, even though they're miles away. Are these coincidences, or could quantum entanglement be at play? Meditation and mindfulness practices also reveal fascinating links to quantum mechanics. Studies have shown that meditative states can synchronize brain waves, creating coherence across different regions of the brain. This coherence could mirror the quantum coherence found in nature, allowing for a heightened sense of awareness, clarity, and connection. Throughout history, people have reported profound intuitive experiences, moments where they just knew something beyond explanation. Ancient traditions spoke of these as spiritual insights, while skeptics dismissed them as mere chance. But modern science is beginning to provide a third perspective, that these moments may be the result of quantum processes in the brain, giving rise to insights that transcend ordinary logic. In this video, we're setting out on a journey to explore these hidden energies that could hold the key to understanding not just how the universe works, but how we work as human beings. Over the next few sections, we'll uncover the basics of quantum mechanics, delve into groundbreaking research on the subconscious mind, and examine how these concepts intersect to shape our thoughts, decisions, and even our reality. Prepare to challenge your understanding of what's possible. The bridge between science and consciousness is one of the most exciting frontiers we've ever encountered. And today, we'll take the first step toward unraveling its mysteries. Have you ever had a moment where you just knew something without being able to explain how? A flash of intuition that seemed to bypass logic entirely? Let me share a quick story. A few years ago, I was walking through a crowded market. My day was ordinary, nothing unusual, no major decisions to make. Suddenly, I felt an overwhelming urge to stop. For no clear reason, I turned around, just in time to see a small child darting toward the road. Without thinking, I reached out and pulled them back. It wasn't logic that made me act. It was something deeper, something almost instinctive. You've likely had moments like this too. They're hard to explain, yet impossible to ignore. At the time, I brushed it off as a fluke. But the more I thought about it, the more I began to wonder. What if these moments aren't accidents? What if they're signs of something much more profound happening beneath the surface of our awareness? That's what brought me to today's topic, the hidden energies within our subconscious. To understand them, we need to step into a realm that's as fascinating as it is mysterious: quantum physics. Now, I know what you might be thinking: quantum physics? Isn't that about particles and equations that only scientists can understand? Yes, it's a field full of mind-bending concepts. But it's also a field that has the potential to explain some of the most mysterious aspects of human experience. In this video, we're going to explore the connection between quantum physics and consciousness. It's a journey that will take us through the fundamentals of quantum mechanics, into the depths of the human subconscious, and finally to practical ways you can tap into these hidden energies in your daily life. Let's start with what you can expect today. First, we'll break down some of the key concepts in quantum physics like superposition and the observer effect. Don't worry, you don't need a degree in science to follow along. I'll explain everything in simple terms, with real-world examples that make these ideas come alive. Next, we'll explore how these quantum principles might apply to the subconscious mind. Researchers are discovering that our brains might be working on a quantum level, processing information in ways that defy classical explanations. From the way we store memories to the way we make decisions, quantum mechanics might hold the key to understanding how our minds really work. Then, we'll dive into the hidden energies of consciousness itself. What happens when we meditate, focus, or experience moments of deep intuition? Could these states be linked to quantum phenomena like coherence and entanglement? We'll look at scientific studies, personal stories, and case studies that shed light on this connection. Finally, we'll get practical. I'll share techniques and exercises you can use to access your own quantum consciousness. Whether it's enhancing your intuition, making better decisions, or simply feeling more in tune with yourself and the world around you, these tools are designed to help you unlock your potential. But before we get started, let's set the stage. Why does this topic matter? For centuries, humanity has been fascinated by the mysteries of the mind. Philosophers, scientists, and spiritual leaders have all tried to answer the same questions. What is consciousness? Where do our thoughts come from? And how much control do we really have over our reality? Quantum physics offers a new lens to explore these questions. It challenges our traditional understanding of time, space, and causality. It shows us that the universe isn't as straightforward as it seems, that particles can exist in multiple states at once, that they can be entangled across vast distances, and that the act of observing them can change their behavior. What's even more intriguing is that these principles aren't confined to the microscopic world. They might be playing out in your brain, shaping your thoughts, emotions, and perceptions in ways we're only beginning to understand. This isn't just about science, it's about possibility. If our minds operate on a quantum level, it means we have access to a level of potential that's far greater than we've been taught to believe. It means that our thoughts, intentions, and focus might have a direct impact on the reality we experience. So, as we begin this journey, I invite you to keep an open mind. Some of the ideas we'll explore might challenge your current beliefs. Others might feel like they've always been true, even if you couldn't quite put them into words before. Ultimately, this is about empowerment. The more we understand the hidden energies within us, the more we can use them to create the lives we truly want. Whether it's making decisions with greater clarity, connecting more deeply with others, or simply feeling more aligned with your purpose, the potential is limitless. To truly grasp the connection between quantum physics and the subconscious, we need to start with some foundational concepts in quantum mechanics. Don't worry, this won't feel like a science lecture. Instead, think of it as uncovering the building blocks of a hidden reality that might be shaping your mind at this very moment. Let's begin with quantum superposition. At its core, superposition means that a particle, like an electron, doesn't exist in just one state. Instead, it can exist in multiple states simultaneously. Picture a coin spinning in the air. It's not just heads or tails. It's both, until the moment it lands. That's what happens on a quantum level. Particles remain in a state of possibility until they're observed. Now, this leads us to one of quantum physics' most famous phenomena, the observer effect. Scientists discovered that the mere act of observing a quantum particle forces it to choose a single state. It's as if the universe itself is responding to the presence of a conscious observer. Think about that for a moment. If observation can influence particles, what does that say about the role of consciousness in shaping reality? Could it be that your thoughts, your awareness, are influencing the world around you in ways you've never realized? Here's where it gets even more fascinating. These quantum principles aren't limited to particles in a lab. Nature is full of examples of quantum behavior. Take the European robin, for instance. These birds navigate during migration using a process called quantum entanglement in their eyes. Essentially, particles in their bodies are connected in ways that allow them to detect Earth's magnetic field and find their way across vast distances. Or consider photosynthesis, the process plants use to convert sunlight into energy. Scientists have found that plants use quantum coherence to make this process incredibly efficient. Essentially, they're leveraging quantum principles to survive and thrive. So, if birds and plants are tapping into quantum mechanics, what about humans? After all, the human brain is one of the most complex systems in the universe. Could it also be operating on a quantum level? Some researchers believe the answer is yes. There's growing evidence that certain processes in the brain, like decision-making, memory storage, and even intuition, might involve quantum effects. For example, tiny structures in neurons called microtubules have been proposed as potential sites for quantum activity. These structures are incredibly small and operate at scales where quantum phenomena could play a role. And here's where it ties back to you. Every decision you make, every flash of insight you have, might be the result of quantum processes happening deep within your brain. When you feel stuck between two choices, it's possible that your mind is holding those options in a state of superposition, weighing probabilities before collapsing into a decision. This isn't just a theory, it's a glimpse into how our thoughts and decisions might be connected to the same principles that govern the universe itself. And as we move forward, we'll see how these quantum processes influence not just your brain but your subconscious, shaping your instincts, intuition, and even the reality you experience. The foundation is set. Next, we'll explore how these quantum processes interact with the subconscious, transforming your mind into a powerful, hidden quantum computer. If your brain is capable of quantum processes, what does that mean for your subconscious? The part of your mind that operates below the surface of awareness. Some scientists propose that the subconscious may function like a quantum computer, processing vast amounts of information simultaneously and connecting seemingly unrelated ideas in ways that defy traditional logic. To understand this, let's first look at how memories are stored. Traditional neuroscience tells us that memories are encoded in neural pathways, connections between neurons. But emerging research suggests that memory storage might also involve quantum states. Tiny structures within neurons, called microtubules, are thought to operate on a quantum level, holding information in ways that allow for incredibly fast and efficient processing. These microtubules may enable something called quantum coherence, a state where multiple particles or systems remain interconnected, even across distances. In the context of your brain, this means that different regions could synchronize to process complex information instantaneously, creating those aha moments of sudden clarity or understanding. Now, let's talk about quantum tunneling, another fascinating quantum phenomenon. In simple terms, quantum tunneling allows particles to pass through barriers that would otherwise be impenetrable. It's as if the particle takes a shortcut through the obstacle. Some researchers believe that quantum tunneling could explain how the brain makes intuitive leaps. For instance, when you suddenly connect two ideas that seemed unrelated, your brain might be tunneling through conceptual barriers to arrive at a solution. Have you ever experienced a moment of intuition that felt like it came out of nowhere? Perhaps you had a sudden realization about a problem you'd been stuck on, or an instinctive sense of what to do in a challenging situation. These intuitive flashes might be the result of your subconscious quantum computer at work, processing possibilities, breaking through barriers, and delivering answers before your conscious mind even realizes it. There's more. Quantum processes in the brain might also explain the phenomenon of intuitive decision-making. Studies show that people often make decisions based on a gut feeling, even when they lack all the necessary information. This might be because the subconscious is using quantum superposition to hold multiple possibilities simultaneously, weighing them against one another before collapsing into a single choice. Recent research supports this idea. Experiments in quantum biology have revealed that certain quantum effects can occur at biological temperatures, meaning the brain could feasibly operate on a quantum level without requiring the extreme cold temperatures typical of quantum computers. This opens up incredible possibilities for understanding how the brain processes information at a fundamental level. But the implications don't stop with intuition or decision-making. Quantum processes in the brain could also influence creativity, problem-solving, and even the way you perceive time. Some scientists suggest that the subconscious might process information across timelines, connecting past experiences and future possibilities in ways that feel almost prophetic. This might explain why some intuitive leaps feel so profound, as if the answer was always there, waiting for you to uncover it. Your subconscious quantum computer isn't bound by linear logic. It's a dynamic system, constantly exploring possibilities and making connections that your conscious mind can only glimpse. As we move forward, we'll explore how these quantum processes shape not just your subconscious but your entire experience of reality. In the next section, We'll dive deeper into how hidden energies within consciousness become revealed through practices like meditation and moments of profound intuition. What if the hidden energies within your subconscious could be revealed, brought to the surface, and even harnessed? In this section, we'll explore how quantum principles manifest in consciousness and how practices like meditation, as well as moments of deep intuition, might be tapping into these hidden forces. One key concept to understand here is quantum coherence. As we've discussed, coherence occurs when particles or systems operate in perfect harmony, maintaining a state of interconnectedness. In the brain, this might explain how different regions synchronize during states of heightened awareness or flow. When you meditate, for example, studies show that your brain waves become more coherent. This means that different areas of your brain are working together in harmony, creating a sense of clarity and focus. But could this coherence mirror quantum coherence at a deeper level? Some researchers think so. They propose that meditation might align the brain's quantum processes, enhancing your ability to access intuitive insights and creative ideas. Take this one step further. What if these meditative states allow you to connect with energies beyond yourself? The phenomenon of quantum entanglement, where particles remain interconnected across distances, might offer a clue. If entanglement occurs in the brain, it could explain why you sometimes feel deeply connected to others, even when you're physically apart. Have you ever thought of someone just before they called, or felt a sudden emotional shift that mirrored what a loved one was experiencing? These moments might not be coincidences, but rather glimpses of quantum entanglement at work. Real-life case studies add weight to these ideas. In one experiment, participants engaged in focused meditation while another group observed changes in their physiological responses. Surprisingly, some of the observers reported intuitive feelings that matched the meditators' experiences, as if they were tuning into the same frequency. These findings suggest that consciousness might extend beyond individual minds, connecting people in ways that science is only beginning to understand. Moments of profound intuition also reveal these hidden energies. Consider the case of a scientist who solves a complex problem after years of struggle, only to wake up with the answer after a vivid dream. Or an artist who suddenly feels compelled to create a masterpiece, as if the idea was delivered fully formed. These experiences often defy logical explanation, but they make sense when viewed through the lens of quantum processes. Quantum tunneling could be at play here, allowing the brain to bypass mental blocks and uncover solutions that seemed unreachable. Similarly, quantum coherence might enable different regions of the brain to collaborate seamlessly, producing insights that feel almost supernatural. But how do we measure these effects? Researchers are beginning to develop experiments to quantify the relationship between consciousness and quantum mechanics. For example, studies using sensitive devices to measure brain activity during meditation have found patterns that resemble quantum coherence. While this field is still in its infancy, the results are promising and point to a future where the science of consciousness and quantum physics converge. As we begin to understand these hidden energies, we can start to see their potential not just for explaining intuition or creativity, but for transforming our daily lives. In the next section, we'll explore practical ways to tap into these quantum energies, from simple exercises to real-life applications that can help you unlock your full potential. Now that we've uncovered the hidden energies of the subconscious and how quantum principles shape our thoughts and decisions, it's time to put this knowledge into action. The exciting part is that you can tap into these quantum energies to enhance your intuitive abilities, make better decisions, and improve your overall well-being. Let's look at some practical techniques you can use right now. One of the most powerful tools for accessing your quantum consciousness is meditation. As we saw earlier, meditation promotes coherence across different regions of the brain. The more you practice, the more you'll align with the quantum processes that exist within you. Start with simple mindfulness exercises. Focus on your breath, clear your mind, and allow yourself to be present in the moment. As you do, you'll find that your awareness expands, and you become more attuned to subtle insights that may have previously gone unnoticed. For an even deeper practice, try guided visualization. In this exercise, imagine yourself in a space where you can access unlimited potential. Visualize a version of yourself that's confident, intuitive, and deeply connected to the universe's energy. See yourself making decisions with ease, tapping into a well of infinite wisdom. As you do, you'll begin to experience those shifts in your mind and body that reflect quantum coherence, the sense that everything is working together in harmony, guiding you toward the right path. Another technique to enhance your intuition is the practice of focused intention. This involves setting a clear, specific goal and directing your energy toward it with full attention. When you focus with intent, you're aligning yourself with the quantum principles of observation. Your focus creates a collapse of possibilities into the reality you want. This can work in everything from personal goals to solving problems or even manifesting new opportunities. There are also real-life success stories that demonstrate the power of these techniques. Take the story of a business executive who used mindfulness to enhance decision-making. By taking time each day to quiet the mind and tune into his inner wisdom, he started making decisions that were not only more aligned with his values but also brought him greater success. Another example is a woman who used visualization to improve her health, mentally programming herself to feel more vibrant and energetic. Over time, her physical well-being improved significantly. These are just a few examples of how you can harness the hidden energies within your subconscious to improve your life. The quantum tools are available to you right now. They just need to be accessed. As we wrap up today's exploration of quantum consciousness, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered. We've learned that the human mind is far more complex than we've been led to believe. Quantum physics isn't just confined to the distant world of subatomic particles. It's a principle that might be at play in your very thoughts, decisions, and intuitive experiences. We've seen how quantum superposition, the observer effect, and quantum coherence shape the way you experience reality. These principles don't just govern particles in a lab, they are active in your brain, influencing your subconscious mind and unlocking hidden energies. Whether it's a moment of sudden clarity or an intuitive leap, these quantum processes are there, working behind the scenes, guiding you in ways that might surprise you. The good news is that you don't have to be a scientist to tap into these quantum energies. Through practices like meditation, focused intention, and visualization, you can begin to access your own subconscious quantum computer. The more you practice, the more you'll feel aligned with the quantum processes within you, unlocking your potential for creativity, intuition, and conscious decision-making. I challenge you to experiment with the techniques we've discussed today. See what happens when you set clear intentions, meditate regularly, or simply tune in to the hidden energies of your mind. The possibilities are endless, and the more you explore, the more you'll realize just how much power lies within your own consciousness. In our next video, we'll continue our journey into quantum consciousness, diving even deeper into advanced practices and exploring the practical applications that can transform your life. For now, I'd love to hear about your experiences. Share your thoughts and experiments in the comments below. Remember, the journey of discovery is only just beginning. Stay curious, stay open, and continue to explore the quantum possibilities within you.